Then I worked at the East Bremer Diner for about 2.5 years when I was in college. And I served here and I worked as a bartender here. Once I graduated Wartburg, I worked at the Hooters Casino Hotel. It was pretty fun. I really wanted to get back to Iowa. Being back in Iowa was kind of the end goal I had. I met a girl that lived in California shortly after I'd moved out there, so we dated long distance for about 3 years. It's kind of like driving to Minneapolis from Waverly. That was about the time, a little bit further. Once she graduated with her nursing degree, I told her that I'd move any city she got a job in. She happened to get a job at the Waverly Hospital first, so we moved back. During all that time, I'd kept in communication with the Landows, who were the owners of the East Bremer Diner, ever since I first left. Because I'd emailed them and just said how great it was to work for them, how I hoped the diner would stay in Waverly. And Sue, back in 2006, about 6 months after I moved to Vegas in the first place, just said at some point they were going to look to retire. And they didn't think they had anyone yet that wanted to pursue the restaurant and keep it intact. And that was a big thing for them, was keeping the restaurant intact. Not just leveling it, gunning it, redoing it, but keeping what they had built and just growing upon that. We all wanted the same thing. We all wanted this place to stay in Waverly. We wanted it to be what Don and Sue started 15 years ago. To do that meant I wasn't just going to buy it and come back and hope that I ran things okay. I was very confident and comfortable with taking over the business. Owning a business is not an easy task, but it was such a long transition to get to that point for us that there wasn't a lot different once we bought it. The town has received our buying of the restaurant way better than I could have ever hoped. That was the biggest worry, is that once the Landows weren't here and it wasn't the Landows running it, that we might see some of those people leave. The crew here treats each other like family. They created this atmosphere for people to grow in. To work for me, I want everyone to understand what it's like to have a goal. So we actually have a hallway in back. Everyone's handwritten a goal they have on the wall. When people leave here, I don't just want them to be able to say, hey, I worked at this place that was really cool. It's, hey, I worked at this place that was really cool, treated me like family, and they gave me this tool that I'm using everywhere else in my life.